questions to ask me, just go ahead.
All right, Dave. So you want to
You on the
answer
left.
first or me? I'm left-handed, so I'll go first. Diesel, you had a 10-month winning streak. Tell us,
Yes, I did.
tell us about the pressure. Most people, if anyone, really can't relate to. Tell us the pressure going in 10-month winning streak.
The pressure of a 10-month winning streak. I think that's a certain type of pressure that nobody else in the league has had to deal with, because quite frankly, nobody else has been on the streak that I've been on before I retired. I mean, I feel like, honestly, I am in the best shape that I've ever been in for 2 years now. I feel like I've just, hit a. I'm on a, as far as league matches goes, fun matches are fun matches, but I think as far as league matches go, once we get inside the ring in a league match, and once the winner of that match is gonna be once that is an actual matches that mean something are matches that I think that I'm on a whole different level than anybody else in the league. I think I'm on my own level, honestly. And that's no disrespect to anybody in the league. I respect everybody in the league. I respect everybody's abilities. But, I think the pressure is, I didn't I didn't even know I was on a winning streak until I till I ragdolled Gore and Yellow Barred him. And that's no disrespect to Gore. I respect Gore. But once I ragdolled him, I understood where I was on my streak. I think I was at like a 6-month winning streak by then. My last match, I beat Wired worse than I beat Gore. I beat him in less than 2 minutes. And I think that's a record that probably stands somewhere higher in the league. I don't think anybody else has squashed somebody that fast. So I think in my last match, I was on a whole different level. Now, there are circumstances that are going into this match that I have to deal with, like my controller. It's like an injury. But I think my skill, my prowess, my IQ will still allow me to go out there and win this match. This is a winnable match. But the pressure is definitely a tough pressure to deal with, going up against someone like JD, who is up and coming, not an established star per se, but he is coming up. And, I respect JD, but I do JD is on my level. Not even close to it. I mean, I see being Commissioner Raw is hard because you see these guys like Mike and Andrew and these cocky guys that think they're the best, and you just end up thinking like, I would destroy this guy if I was still fighting. But that just shows the discipline that I have. That's why I'm a commissioner, because I don't feel like I have to rain on somebody's parade. I let them have their run. I don't interrupt it. I don't try to come out of retirement. I don't really have a will to. The reason why I'm coming out to face JD is because, I believe that if he has the opportunity to beat me. Do I think he will beat me? No. But he has the opportunity to beat me. And if he does beat me, then everything I've said about him will be proven true. So, yeah, I think there's pressure to win because it's going up against JD. JD's not an established star. It's going to make questions bring up about how great my streak really was if I lose to someone like JD who is not established. And, it's definitely pressure. So, yeah. Next question.
All right. Go ahead.
We'll go to Dave still.
So, I kind of want to elaborate on that last question. Not necessarily the strategy or whatever, but what's your mindset going in with this big long streak that you have, going up against someone like JD, who arguably had the performance of the year, the performance of a lifetime a number of weeks ago? What is your mindset going in with this huge streak on the line with, everything riding on it? What's your mindset going into the match against JD after he had that performance and after he's had this incredible run lately?
I'll give it to him. He had one hell of a performance. He showed me that he had the potential to be a star. And yes, he did have a performance of a lifetime. And yeah, my mindset basically going into this is that, I think I can. Go ahead and ask me a question again.
What's your mindset going into this match against JD, someone who arguably had the performance of a lifetime, who has shown all the potential in the world to be a top star and be a to be the face of a brand at any given time.
Yes, I do. I do think that if he does beat me, he definitely will establish himself as a star. I think he's on the verge of doing that, but he just needs a win against somebody of my caliber, to do that. And that's the reason why I gave him this match, is because I know he's one big win away from establishing himself as a star. He did have the performance of a lifetime against the Icon, but I'm not the Icon. I'm not. And yes, he kicked out of finisher after finisher after finisher, but he's not going against somebody that, has like me. He has not gone up against not one person like me. Well, actually, he did face me twice, and I beat him every single time. But my mindset basically is that, I know the guy has a good kick-out game. I know that he has the potential to beat me. I know he does. I understand that. But I just think it's going to take a full moon for him to get that done. Because I do believe I'm on a whole different level than him. And mostly everybody in the league. So, next question.
All right, my next question is Diesel. You are, I don't know how many times you've won a world championship, but you're probably in
16
Ric Flair
times.
numbers.
Yeah, 16 times.
There you go.
15. Yeah, 16. 15, 16.
You
Who
have
cares?
vacated and relinquished the title on numerous occasions.
Yes, I have.
Is that because is that because you have the confidence that, this isn't your last shot? Some people, and not me, for example, I wouldn't relinquish the title. I would seize the moment every second. How come you do that?
Well, the reason why I vacate and relinquish and do that is because, one, I'm going to be honest, I have a switching problem. I like to switch. The other thing is definitely confidence. It's believing in myself. The reason why I'm a champion is because I know that if I relinquish the title, that I can win it right back, which most of the time I do. That's why you become a 16-time world champion. It's from Now, most people lose the title 16 times, but I've only lost it a handful of times. And yes, it takes I think that confidence-wise, I do believe that the only guy in my career that I ever doubted my abilities against is in this chat right now, and it's not Gore, it's Killer, the Killer. Because the Killer is the only man who, if I was booked against, I would probably pull out, because he's just, if we're both on a different level, his kick-out game is like JD's times 10, and it's consistent every match. So yes, now that he's gone, I know nobody else in the league could beat me, and that's been proven, because 10 months ago, I'm pretty sure Killer was in the league. Ever since then, I have not lost, so that just tells you what you need to know already. So next question.
I have another question.
Yes.
So, you are the Raw commissioner. You will be drafting superstars to Raw after WrestleMania.
Yep.
Do you have an idea of your first pick or your first few picks of who you're going to be drafting, or is it completely, totally up in the air right now? Have you made a decision on that?
Know exactly. I know who I want to build my brand around for sure. And that's something I thought about when it was confirmed. When Q told me I would be drafting for Raw, I knew exactly. I got a mind down, and the only hint I can give you about that is that my brand is not going to be the type of brand that's going to have guys that are proven. It's going to have the brand of people that have the potential, have all of the stuff, all the tools to become a star, but haven't realized that potential yet. Raw is the new land of opportunity. It was when I became GM and commissioner in the first place. I turned that place into SmackDown Live 2016. And I plan to keep that going. So, yes, that's what I have to say about that. Next question.
I'm going to ask my next question regarding to the brand.
Okay.
Raw brand. How do you feel about the current Raw brand? Are you happy from top to bottom of the card? You see the WrestleMania card. You want? How do you feel about that?
I loved our current roster. Of course, there are some people from SmackDown I would love to have on Raw, but I am very, very satisfied with everybody that's on Raw right now, and I honestly, I can't say that there's somebody I would want off my brand right now if I had to pick somebody, because I'm just satisfied from top to bottom. You know, we do have some inactives. We do have some people that, you know, have a bit of a diva mentality. You know, we lost one of them, but, you know, we still got another one lingering. But for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied. Yeah. Next question.
I have a question regarding your matches. So you talked quite a bit about your one-on-one match with JD, but you're also another person on the card that does have two matches. You will also be competing in the Triple Threat Tag Team Championship match. Have you thought about this match? Have you put any thought into a strategy with your tag team partner Sherm? How are you feeling going into this tag team title match?
Honestly, I would be lying if I said I was not not confident. I'm definitely confident. I definitely believe we can win. But just knowing that my undefeated streak can end without even being pinned, or, you know, actually it
But
can't be in
it
it.
is war games. It is war game style. So.
Okay, yeah. So knowing I can get, because of having to go 1-on-4 against, and my partner getting the first one being out, and all these other stuff that can happen does frighten me a little bit, because I would rather prefer to lose my undefeated streak in a 1v1. But it's gonna be something that I'm fully prepared for. Me and Sherm are gonna do our best, and yeah, that's all I can really say about that. That's all I can really say
Now,
about that. I'm confident.
now you took part of the first War Games.
Yes. Don't even remind me.
Were you Were you
No.
happy with that?
No.
And also with the talent in this War Games, you think that match could be the show stealer of the night?
Yes, I like the War Games format I had personally. But obviously we had a person in the match that, you know, wanted to do things his own way. Egos got involved. It happens, even though, you know, it was already known that that his team was gonna win. So yeah, but yeah, I think this match, when you're talking about King, you're talking about Dave Stowe, Big Bull, all the people in the match for sure have had their fair share of 5-star matches. So I think, yes, we do have the ability to steal the show. Now, we probably most likely will. So, yeah.
I mean, okay, so who are the participants? Not the actual PSN names. What are the superstars involved in that match?
Aleister Black, we got Roman and me as possibly Goldberg, or maybe somebody else. We got Chris Jericho and whoever the master mystery person is.
And then you have Braun and Roman.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it should be really, really good. I hope everybody stays in with their, use the superstars, the way they should.
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
this match should be great.
Yeah, so yeah, I hope so too. Next question.
Actually, I have another question.
Yes.
So you've mentioned your Raw brand and your Raw superstars and how you want to build Raw after WrestleMania the same way you've built it before and have currently. Is
Yeah.
there any one specific person that you think could be a breakout star that could just out of nowhere come out and start shining, that nobody would really expect, that you want to draft and that you think would perform well and have
Does
that
he?
breakout year on Raw?
Can he be on my brand already, or what?
Just anyone that you have your eye on that you think will have a breakout year after WrestleMania. Is there anyone you got your eye on?
I hate to say it, but if we're talking about somebody that wasn't a star before at all, then it would have to be my good friend, the person I brought into the league, the icon. I think he has the tools. He just has to figure it out a little bit. He can figure it out. We have like almost 1,000 fun matches played. It's ridiculous. And I just don't understand why he hasn't been able to, you know, take stuff he's learned from me, because I've been giving him a lot of tips for most of his matches. And it's the right mindset to come in with. But Yeah, he would be the one person. I think maybe in the draft something will motivate him to do better. It'll be a new season. He's the person I think that I can that he can really turn himself into a star. I don't think I even have to. I think he has the promos. He has the I will say charisma to do it. He does it. So yeah,
All right,
Dixon for
I got
sure.
a question. Okay, you
Yeah.
challenged JD. Why did you
Mhm.
challenge? Why you know you're coming out of retirement after
Yes.
you could fill me in on how many months this would be
5
your
months.
first singles match.
Yes.
Why did you choose JD? I mean, no disrespect. I faced JD, and I love working with JD. So go ahead.
Yeah, I chose JD because it's the only person that makes sense. In this point in my career, this undefeated streak is the only thing I have that's keeping me even coming out of retirement. I want to see how long I can go. So I picked JD because it's the only guy that makes sense. It's literally the only guy that makes sense. You got the past versus the potentially present. You got the guy that, you know, went on a 2-year, 3-year reign, consistently best, consistently one of the top best in the league was me for the last 2-3 years, versus a guy that has the potential to be that and so much, probably more, and that's JD. It made the most sense, and I want to see. I've been giving him all this. See if it's actually true. I want to see if he actually is the face. I want to see if he actually is not just a prospect but a star. I want to see have gave him as the face of Raw is actually true. If he loses to me, there will definitely be no shame. But maybe if he loses to me, I think it will be apparent that he quite isn't ready just yet. So that's why I picked him. And next question.
I have one more question.
Yes, yes.
Um, going into the next season, is there anything that you plan to do differently as commissioner of Raw in terms of characters or roster or your own career? Is there anything you plan on doing differently next season?
Mm, I think I don't. I think I'll say this: if I lose to JD, I will retire. But if I don't lose, I will continue to face people that I think are on the verge of becoming a star. I'll basically take the position of being a gatekeeper. I'm not going to put myself in championship matches. I don't need to win any championships. I'm a 16-time world champion. I've Grand Slam, 7th ever Grand Slam. I've done everything. Uh, I don't need undefeated. I've probably had the longest streak more than anybody. I don't know anybody else that's been having the longest streak as me. But I will say that I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep on doing what I've been doing with the Raw. I'm very um satisfied with what I've been doing with Raw as a brand, and I think we will continue to keep that up. And I want to announce right here the IC title, which me and Q have already agreed to trade for. There will be man, 6 man. How many other people want to qualify for the IC title? Since we have 9 people watching, thank you for everybody watching. This is ridiculous. How many people have came here to hear me talk about my upcoming match? This is ridiculous. Thank you to everybody that has joined. But yeah, IC title tournament. Whoever wants in the IC title, you get in. You can fight for the title. It's going to be a tournament. No more fatal 4-way bullshit. No more triple threat bullshit. No more hand choosing people that are, we're going to do tournaments for both titles. So it's going to be open. And that's what makes Raw the land of opportunity. Next question.
I was going to ask the same question Dave still asked, but I guess I'm going to ask moving forward next season. So I see you got the YouTube thing going. You're streaming everybody's matches. You're getting people from the other brand to watch.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're the voice of Raw. They say you're the best commentator.
Mm-hmm.
You are the best commentator. What are you going to do to evolve SmackDown when you're general manager over there?
What? I'm commissioner of Raw.
I'm sorry. Aren't you going? Aren't you?
I'm not going to be general manager.
Titles?
No. We're just switching titles. Just
switching
titles.
I got confused with the terminology.
Yeah,
okay.
just come up with another question, man.
What are you going to do to evolve it to the next level?
Do what, the channel? Keep on doing what I'm doing.
No,
I'm going to try to... What?
running your
Come on.
brand.
We got 9 people. I just said, man. I just said what I'm gonna do, man. Come on. I just said what I was gonna do. I just said it, bro. Come on.
I think that's all the questions that we have time for.
Come on, Dixie. You don't got any other questions? Come on now.
I mean, do you got any butterflies in your stomach?
No,
I'm sure
not at all.
JD.
Yeah.
I'm sure
10 months.
JD.
10
I'm sure
months.
JD. All right. I
Any
don't
other
have any more
questions?
questions.
Hold up,
I don't have.
bruh. All right, we're back.
With,
Yes.
yes, you had a match on Raw with Roman Reigns, played by KC. He was supposed to face you, and he pulled out. Why don't you tell us why did he duck you?
Why did KC duck me? Well, I'm not gonna hold anything back. I'm the type to, I'm gonna say exactly what I feel. I think he ducked me because he knew that was a match he was losing for sure. I mean, I was the hottest I have ever been consistently, and the match was made. The match was made for my world title. I mean, come on now. If he was world champion, I would understand, but I was world champion. I had something that pretty much everybody wants. Why didn't he take that fight? Why did he wait for me? It was fully known that I was retiring. That was going to be my last match, and I wanted to go out on a win. And I think he ducked me because it was obvious why he ducked me. I was on like, what, a 6-month winning streak at that. He didn't want that loss. He hasn't beaten me since I beat him for the world title regardless. That was 3 years ago when I beat him for the world title. My first world title. 3 years later, 16th time world champion. 3 years later, undefeated against him. He didn't want that fight. He still doesn't want that fight. Even with stick drift, he doesn't want that fight. He doesn't want it at all. He knows better. I'm on a different level than everybody else. Different level. Just different level. No one else can compare to me, and I'm going to show that. Maybe with the stick drift, I'm on the same level, but without the stick drift, on a different level. And that's all I really got to say. That's what I say. Any more questions? Come on, this is so fun. This is so fun. I love the questions. I love that I got 9 people watching. Let's keep it going a little bit. Find some questions. If you don't have them, make them up. Come on. Come on, man. We can't just end this like this. Come
Okay,
on.
use 3
Reporters.
words to describe your match tonight. 3 words. How's it gonna describe your match tonight?
I'll say this. 3 words. I'll say. Let's see. We'll say 3 words. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna pin his matches on the mat. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3. It's probably gonna last less than 3 minutes too. I'll say that. Any more questions? Come on, let's keep it going.
And you faced JD before. You were Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Coming out a match of the year match that what was it, an Iron Man 6-pack challenge in a Hell in a Cell. And you were down 4 pins and came back.
In under 2 minutes, yes. Under 3 minutes, yes, more or less.
Does that show the he talks about grit? Does he even know the meaning of the word?
I don't know, man. And quite frankly, that wasn't the first time. That was the first time. I faced JD like 3 times, including that match, and whew, same way with him getting pinned. Now, that's the reason why I want to face him. It's like Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier too. The reason they made that rematch is because Dustin Poirier has somewhat, or they say, has improved since the first fight, because the first fight happened so long ago. Well, JD has also improved since I fought him the last time, or so we say. It has yet to be proven. If he loses and if he's on his back just as he been in every other time we face, then that will show nothing truly changed. Nothing truly changed. He's still the same JD I fought, just put on a different pedestal. If I beat him, then it will be that, he's not, I just put him on a different pedestal. He's just, gave him a platform to succeed. And he took the opportunity. He calls himself the ultimate opportunist. And, that would, he took the opportunity of being on YouTube, man. Streamed, a match stream where he get to showcase his talents in front of a lot of people. So a lot of people in the league, specifically, not more in the world. But yeah, that's yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. We'll see. We'll see how good he does. Any more questions?
Yes, you created the concept of war games.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
is first, I believe.
Mhm.
Do you have any other matches or any other new concepts in the future?
And that's a tough one. I think I've done most of them. I uh I tried to make my own, put my own twist on the war games. I tried to do special referee. I don't think there's anything. I mean, we'll see. That has remained to be seen. I will say we don't know. I don't know. Those two that I just had in my head because those are like the two most requested matches to be put in the game. So I thought, why not try to do it myself? So that's why I tried. But maybe we'll get some more matches that I'll make. But we'll see. We'll see. Any more questions?
I don't have any other questions. If you want to speak to your fans right now, um, I
Yeah.
leave it to you.
Yeah. All I really gotta say is that don't get it twisted. At the end of the day, it's all just friendly banner. If there's one thing I can do is talk, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Don't take anything I said seriously. Don't take anything I said seriously. At the end of the day, it's all sport. It's all. I play a character much like the superstars do, man. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that came through the chat. Everybody that just put their what they thought about the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah. If we had this many people watching me interview, we better have double the amount watch me come back. So I'll just say that. And yeah, thank you guys for interviewing me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. It's good to be back for one night, even if it is for one night only. It's good to be back one more time to get that rush going through your veins. There's nothing like that rush of having a WrestleMania match. I've had plenty of them, but this one is probably the most important for me. I wish JD the best of luck. I want him to bring this his A game. I want him to bring those kickouts that he did against you, and I want him to do his best. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Stay tuned for the face-off too. Me and JD face to face. You don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. Yeah, I want you to watch, Killer. I want you to watch. I want to bring you back too, Killer. Not to face me, but nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, thank you to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate it. Um, Make sure you tune in for the face-off. Make sure you tune in for my match. Win or lose, it's gonna be a good match. Win or lose, I'm gonna accept whatever happens. Win or lose. So yeah, thanks for watching. Interview is done.